You ready? Here we go. I'd like to call the special town board meeting of October 17, 2019 to order. This is a meeting primarily for approval of the preliminary budget. Please rise and we'll pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. There's two items on the agenda, actually. One is a very simple one. It's approved chargeback payment for the library. There was a question as to whether the town was responsible or the library responsible. It became that the town's responsible, so we have to approve it so we can send it in the money by the deadline. I make a motion to approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves the chargeback to the county for the Clinton Community Library totaling $159.34. Is there a second?
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carried. Okay, the next one is the preliminary budget. See if we have any discussion on it. If we don't, then we can just approve it and we're done.
Where did you said we saved some of the money on the insurance by not going to the full tour. Where's that show up?
You got to go between the two documents to see it.
All right.
We don't show deltas
Oh, okay.
in
All right.
any of the accounts.
So, because I'd written down here it was about $22,000.
Yeah, it's 22,
Is that-
24, in that ballpark it was,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So, I outlined some of the changes I made. I don't know if you needed any more definition or anything on them. But as it stands right now for the public, we have the same tax rate of $2.17 per thousand of assessed value, and we are $26,530 under the tax cap allowed. Obviously, if we increase the spending under the tax cap, the tax rate will go up, whatever that number comes out to be. If it doesn't, then we're flat on the tax rate. All okay? Anybody have any questions, comments? Ready to roll on approval?
We're on the cemetery, we talked about, I think we increased burial services, right? As I recall. No, it's still 2,500, okay.
No. To figure out that number of change that I showed you there, I gotta just find my sheets there, someplace here. I got too many
Reduced the
sheets.
attorney,
Yeah, we reduced the attorney, yeah.
kept the services, 2,500.
Well, what happened is, the number I take from the TA account is, oh shoot, where the heck did that sheet get to? I had it here. Is the amount of the difference between, here we go, is this it? No, surplus, highway. Oh, here it is, cemetery. To get to that number, what was in the original tentative budget was $36,386. But I didn't change any of that because that was the number I had at that time. Then after we went through the preliminary, into the preliminary budget, I added up, because we could have made changes in the preliminary budget thing. We didn't, we did a few. So I added up the revenue lines, which came out to 2,500. I added up the expense lines, which came out to 20,350. So I subtracted the income of 2,500, which left 17,850 that I got to take from the TA account. Now, what happens is at the end of this year, I will, and the end of December meeting, whatever's left in that cemetery account will be transferred back to the TA account so that we don't lose it into the surpluses. Because we're trying to
Right,
keep,
because we'll keep it separate. Yeah.
trying to keep
Right,
it separate, and
keep it
that's the
separate, yeah.
mechanism of doing
Right,
it.
Right, okay.
So that's why, and that number came, so it's roughly 20,000 difference that came up there, which is, was not accounted for before, so that's a
At the cemetery.
20,000 for cemetery
Okay.
reduction in income. Okay, anybody have any other question?
Just trying to find that answer to Elliot's question of where the savings in the insurance came from.
Oh, you gotta look between the,
Yeah, I am, I'm looking at last ones and this one, so.
no, you gotta look at the tentative versus,
Yeah,
This is the tentative right here.
right.
oh, okay.
And so, there was obviously a big one in the social,
No, that's Social
No, that
Security,
one
that
went
doesn't
up.
count. Social
15, still trying
Social
to find it.
Security goes up because you got more employees.
Yeah. Still haven't found it then.
It's in highway.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry, I'm looking in the wrong one. All right, wait, here we go.
That's pay.
Yeah,
It's in point
Going
8
down
all the
here.
way near the
Yeah.
back.
yeah. That's the disability,
Before that.
hospitalization.
Yeah.
Oh, but this thing that I have was from the general fund last time, so I don't have it.
It was around 20,000, 25,000, in that ballpark. I see so many numbers after a while, I can't memorize them exactly.
There it is. So it's in the hospitalization there,
Yeah.
where we were at 229, 164. And now it's at 214.
It's about 15,000,
15,
16.
20, yeah,
16.
it's in that ballpark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Any other ups, downs, questions? Then I'll make the motion. I make the motion to approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approve the 2020 preliminary budget and will hold a public hearing on said budget on Thursday, November 7th, 2019, at 7 PM at the Clinton Town Hall. Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Comment, yes, no, or what?
I just got this. I was out of town and I
Oh.
just picked it up, so,
Yeah, we all just got it.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, we'll have another chance
okay.
at,
Aye,
after the public hearing.
all right.
So you're in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Okay. So the only other item which just came up late this afternoon, it's not a motion item, is we have to resolve the hiring of the zoning enforcement officer. We're having difficulties with HR in Poughkeepsie on this one person holding both positions, and we're trying to figure this all out. We just heard that this afternoon. So we got to figure out what to do, and
Oh, you mean one person even as an acting? Or
yeah,
just,
yeah, they want two people, two separate people.
even if it's just a temporary thing?
Yeah. They're always about 2 or 3 months behind on giving us guidance, so,
But we need, we need somebody there.
yeah, I know. So we're going to run the way we are, but we still have to approve his extension
We have to,
because
right, because we need to give him another month or two, or whatever,
whatever we want.
He can only go, we can only have an acting for 6 months, right?
6 months, I
6
think,
months.
So we can only extend it 3 months from October 15th.
at the most,
Yeah,
yeah. Because we already gave him a 3 month.
yeah. So, figure out what your pleasure is, but we gotta do something, give you time to think, and if somebody
So-
pops up,
I'm sorry, I'm on the fly here, so it's acting for 6 months, but then we're gonna budget for this position for all.
Yeah, it has
the
nothing to
next-
do with the budget.
it has nothing to do with the budget.
Okay,
We're just trying to get the
Well-
coverage.
okay, all right. And it's this person is really working in the field.
No,
But we're talking about right now how Lewis is doing
It's
both
Lewis,
jobs.
yeah.
Lewis is doing both jobs and
County HR is complaining about it.
Yeah,
complaining now.
so,
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
yeah, so we need to basically just say we need to wrap up the zoning administrator
but
within
can
3
we,
months.
but can we give him another couple of months in the meantime?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, I mean, the county may not be happy, but we need somebody to do the
Yeah,
job.
Yeah. And we'll just send in the paperwork and let them take another 2-3 months to make it up their mind.
Can he continue doing the job? I mean, if we give him this extension at the next town board meeting, can he continue functioning between now and then, even though he's not technically,
Temporary stops. Stop.
so we don't have a CEO right now?
I don't know which is the exact date, but
15th.
it's around
The
that.
15th.
15th, okay.
I sent it to you.
So what does that
He
mean?
was, his
That means that
term
as of
ended
2 days ago,
October
he wasn't
15th.
the zoning.
So he's not the zoning administrator
Okay,
as
well, I
of
didn't.
today, or tomorrow,
Yeah.
or
2
whenever.
days ago.
Yeah, so we're basically without a zoning officer until
Till we
next
do
town-
something,
next town board meeting.
or
Or we can
Or
make a
do
motion
something.
we
now.
could do it
Can
now.
we do it now?
Yeah,
Then let's extend them I would say we should extend them at least a month,
at least to the end of the year.
or,
That way we don't
okay,
have to worry about pay
Fine.
differences,
then give them another 3 months,
whatever they.
which would take us up into
January.
middle of January. And if we have somebody, then he'll step down. and-
Oh, yeah, yeah. Temporary can be changed just easily.
Then why not just extend it at this, current rate of pay, or whatever it is, for 3 months, and,
Well, that's what he wants to do.
That's
Do
what
it.
I was trying to do.
Oh,
I just-
okay.
But I wanted to.
oh, okay,
See
I'm
if we
sorry,
all
I
have
thought
agreement.
you were just bringing it up for discussion, I didn't
Well,
realize.
we
No,
should
that's
do
what's on
something.
the agenda to do it.
Yeah. It
I
it
don't-
just came up.
No, it's
Carol
not,
wouldn't have had a chance to,
it's not on the agenda.
no, it's not on the agenda.
No, it's not on the agenda.
Well, I'm adding it.
But
No,
anyway.
no.
She's adding it as we're
I'm
talking.
adding it as we're speaking.
No,
It's on the agenda that I'm reading.
I even got the motion already done.
Yeah,
You don't even
okay.
have to speak.
Okay, well,
Okay, so what's my motion?
make the motion.
I make a motion to approve the following resolution. Oops, oh, that's the budget one, my mistake. I was reading
Finish it.
along. To approve the continued temporary appointment of Louis Parisi as zoning administrator
For a term.
for a term of 3 more months.
Well, can you do October 15th?
Yeah,
So it can be
October
continual-
15 to whatever,
December 31st.
Yeah.
December 31st,
At the rate
2019.
of
At the
pay,
same-
At his current rate
at
of
its
pay.
current rates of pay.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. We'll submit the paperwork again and see what they say. In the meanwhile, we'll just keep on working.
Perfect.
Okay, make them, anybody have anything else? As I say, this was late news and, okay, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you all.
Thank you.
See you at the public hearing.
Are you guys going to respond back to me on the highway contract? I emailed everybody last week.